How's everyone going in the back?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I'm just waking up. And Gaz, how you going? This video, I basically want to talk about Gary's foot for people who've been following it. Now, basically, people who've been following this story, last year, Gary got diagnosed with a really pretty serious hip infection. And he had, wait, look at this, by the way. Yeah, he goes down on his front foot there. Now his foot here, see, he's got two toes there. This outside one got cut off. A hoof infection. So, and we went through a long, exhaustive process of trying to poultice it, which is an acknowledged veterinary technique. You poultice it, you put all heat around it, and then you try and get an abscess out, and that hopefully draws the infection out. And we did this a few times, but it didn't work, and it was quite controversial, basically because people think it's alternate, and it's not. Once you mention alternate with medicine, you trigger a lot of people who go, oh, you know, if it was fucking real medicine, it wouldn't be alternate and it'd work, and you know, science and fucking you're wacky and all this. So it copped a fair bit of heat. But the bottom line is we ended up cutting it off. Now, if you look at Gary now, he'll eat like this, but soon he'll go down on his knees. He'll do a piss now, and he'll go down on his knees. Goats go down on their knees anyway, and they do it more often when they're in pain. Gary's not in pain from the infection, but he's in pain basically in a way that it's just not comfortable. So he goes down on his knees, and he doesn't walk like he used to. He basically just gets out of the truck now, does a piss and a shit, and sits down, moves for a bit, and then he just fucking sits down. So it's definitely affected him. He's not going to win the Melbourne Cup. He's not going to be running beside my truck fucking like he used to, which is, it's fine. If anything, it's a bit of an advantage for me now because he, you know, I've got kids. Before he used to want to run around, he's more likely to fucking headbutt him, and I had to walk him. Like, he's going to sit down now. Look at that. He just sits down like that on his knees. Now we can have a look at his hoofs. Just a month ago, I've got to trim these up soon, but this got cut off, and I cut it off because I didn't want to get up into the infection there, because otherwise he'd lose that. Now, I've been speaking to the vets at Gatton, and they're basically saying that this joint is going to get arthritic, that's going to curl under, and it's going to cause problems, maybe within a year. We're not too sure. So they're basically saying eventually we might have to cut off the foot from there and then put a prosthetic on, which is apparently, it's a bit difficult, but it's possible. But and when he's only 6, right? They can live to 15, and I think he'll live a long life. I mean, you know, he's well looked after, and he's a strong cunt, and he's not. Anyway, who knows? Who knows when any of us are going to fucking live to? But he's got a few miles in him. Now, my view on this poulticing thing I did, in retrospect, if I had it all again, which I don't, I'd probably maybe have kept poulticing, because the risk of it going into that second joint, he's going to probably lose that anyway. So, fuck, there was nothing really to lose by just keep poulticing, and it might have come out, but it was very labour intensive, and that's why medicine doesn't really go for these things, because it's like, oh, well, why don't we just fucking chop it off? There's a lot more money in it, rather than just going, oh yeah, I'll just fucking poultice this. There's hardly any money in it. There's a lot of time. Time is money. So that's what's ended up happening with Gary, but he's still fucking rolling. You don't fucking put your disabled mate down just because he's got a bung foot, and I'm not going to do that with Gary. So he's like that, and we've got a little fucking thing here. He's done a little shit on the way out, but generally he's pretty good with pissing and shitting, unless I drive too far. He goes, fuck it, I'll piss and a shit. But we've got this little container in the back here. Now, a few people said, oh, he needs more room. If he was just had this whole room here, he'd be sliding around on the back. So I wanted something pretty tight and enough for him to be able to sit down in there, which he can, and he feels safe. Now, goats like small contained areas. They naturally gravitate towards it when they want to sleep for chilled out. So he's very happy in here, and he wouldn't get up into the truck if he wasn't happy with it. So each time he gets out, he knows there's a different restaurant and all that. And yeah, so that's the story of Gary's foot, everyone. He's probably going to get a prosthetic foot, I think. So the Gatton University Vet School is looking into it. But I don't. They've said this as well. Don't go down that track until it's really, really necessary. Because the main thing, you put a foot on. The main thing with your foot, he's still got the ability to go like that. So you put on something that's just a fucking prosthetic foot, even if it's just like that. He can't step like that. He can't go like that. So he goes like that. It's clunky. You got to put a ball at the end there, and it's gonna fucking get worse. So or it might be a bit better, but either way, it's going to be pretty difficult for him to walk. And I assume with a prosthetic foot, he's going to be like this. He's not going to walk very far. But fuck it, man. You see all these people going around on those mobile scooters, and they seem all right. So. You just got to deal with whatever's happened to you in life. So here we are at fucking Blackbutt, which is Queensland's friendliest town in 2008. A big thing in New South Wales and the other states is the tidiest town. They all boast about it, like in Dorrigo. But fucking Queensland, friendliest town. How do they fucking judge that? Is there like a group of 5 guys just going around to all the towns in Queensland every year? And at the end of the year, they just sort of sit down and go, fucking, what was the friendliest town? And they all look at each other and go, we all got laid in Blackbutt. So, yeah, maybe someone put out in Blackbutt. Go, Gary. All right, he's doing a piss. So, yeah, just looking at his foot there. You can see that splays that way and that splays out that way as well. But that foot is going to probably just fold under. So, we're just going to have to see what happens, hey, Gaz, with your foot. But either way, mate, you are still fucking rolling. Go, up you get. Go, up you get. That's it, mate. That's it. Now, mate, have a bit of a stretch. Yeah, that's it. Big jump. Oh, yeah. One other point on goats as well is they are browsers, not grazers. So cows are grazers. They could just eat fucking hay, grass, same grass all the time. But goats ideally like a variety of stuff. So they're not really suited to farms where you're just given hay and the same food but farmers don't really give a fuck because most goats just get fucking killed for meat or milk. So I think this diet of Gary's on the road is great because every time he gets out, it's a different restaurant and there's something different, and makes it interesting for him because eating's a big part of his life, really. Eating, shitting and not giving a fuck. Unlike the people on Blackbutt. But I'll tell you what, Gary, if they came to Blackbutt now and fucked you, it wouldn't be Blackbutt, would it? It'd be Whitebutt.